us today, it's like every single game, all sorts of games have server issues when they launch, and they get so much hate. And like, how crazy is it that we're getting server issues, and it's almost like we're getting more love than than ever before, even when we were having these server issues.
Because we know what's behind it. We know what's behind that server issue. We know there is sweat and pain, basically.
Yeah.
There's suffering, there is work, there is passion behind that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the passion you guys put in the game. That's what we appreciate about it.
I think that's the thing that's drawing a lot of people to the game as well, is the fact that you guys are showing you're not like the other devs that just are in it just to make the game. You guys are in it because you are so passionate about it, and everyone can see how passionate you are about the game.
Yeah.
Like, you're a pro player, for Christ's sake.
I mean, you guys know, like, I am addicted to Splitgate. Like, the worst part about all of this to me is that I can't play it because I have no time. Like, I want to go grind. I want to go grind ranked for 4 hours a day. Like, that's what I would be doing right now if we weren't dealing with this stuff. Also, let me just clarify. I'm not the guy who is doing servers. So the fact that I'm talking to you, I'm not the one. Like, I have time to talk to you guys. I'm very busy, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I did want to add to the point that people are saying Splitgate fixed or saved gaming. Honestly, 2 years ago when I first started playing the game, it ruined every other game in existence for me.
Yes.
I literally could not play any other game because it just wasn't as good. It's the biggest thing. So glad that you were able to make this game.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you, man.
Can I quickly just say something about a DM that I've just got? Obviously, as you've just said, like, all about us, that the DMs have just gone crazy. However, I've just seen someone that has an account that's called Jibbin's Baby. Very confused about that, but I am very appreciative about that.
I got DMs too. I didn't saw them. Holy sh!
Yeah, I've gotten a fair number of DMs as well.
Oh no! Oh, I got muted for spam. Okay.
All right, should we actually answer some questions?
Yeah, I would be hesitant bringing people on stage because a lot of people are streaming this on Twitch right now. So I would be hesitant there.
Yeah,
but we can answer the questions in the text chat.
You're right. I agree with that. All right, let's say this.
Low hanging fruit. Does your KD reset after beta?
What?
Does your KD reset after beta?
No.
Is there anything that does reset that we can confirm?
The only thing we're still going back and forth on is rank. We haven't decided yet. We're not going to do a hard reset for sure. But we did, as a lot of people from the PC community know, like, we did make a number of changes to ranked this season versus like last season. So we're going to sort of just look at the bell curve by the end of the beta and just decide, like, okay, does this look like what we want it to be, or do we need to make changes? So we're kind of 50-50. The funny thing is, like, the second day of the beta, like, all of our actual data stuff just broke. So, but obviously we're like, the entire focus right now is server just capacity. So it's just kind of like every other thing we were planning on doing has been put on hold. Just all hands on deck, like, increase stability, increase capacity. We actually just had a call today with the former head of he was the lead engineer on servers for League of Legends. So it was really good to talk to him and just kind of, pick his brain. And the good news is he said everything we're doing is right. It's just a matter of, like, we haven't done anything dumb yet, is basically what he said. So we've got a good system in place, but there's obviously more work to do.
Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm getting this asked a lot, so I'm gonna ask this. So, do you guys think of adding a ranked showdown? Because that's been just asked so many times. I've just seen that like 10 times.
Yeah. I think it's a maybe. I mean, we're for sure going to add ranked takedown soon, but I do personally really like Showdown as well. So I could see it in the future. I think it's more of a question of like what should the obviously like at some point we'd love to have a ton of different playlists, right? Like I'd like to have a dedicated free for all playlist at one point. Maybe a ranked free for all, maybe a casual. Like there's more things we'd like to do. We're just going to sort of listen to the community and see what interests them and just be quick to react and adapt to what they want. But yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, right now we're not really thinking about anything other than servers.
True. Exactly. 100%. Let's see.
I've got a pretty good question that I've been asked about 10 different times. Will cross like voice comms be cross-platform? So, for
Yeah.
instance, Xbox talks to PC.
Yes, yeah, that's something we are working on. Actually, I think we already fixed. Should be. I don't want to promise that. I'm only like 80% sure it's fixed. But I believe it is in the actual launch build.
I see a good
Let's
question.
see how far after. Oh yeah, go ahead, Mai.
Yeah. So, are you guys going to be more focused on the esports scene for the game, or focused on building up the game? And are you going to be casual players or be catering for players?
You're kind of breaking in and out, but I think I got the gist of it. I mean, honestly, I think right now, like like I can't emphasize enough, we're not thinking about anything other than like just stay alive and
Yeah.
increase capacity. I mean, esports is definitely something we want to do. We've got a really, really cool and clever and unique tournament idea that we're going to be announcing shortly after this first pro tournament. But I mean, I think we're definitely trying to make. I don't know. I guess the best way I can say it is we really like the way Rocket League goes about things. So in terms of like balancing casual focus versus esports focus, like we really want to do both. I think Rocket League has a very good balance of like having a game that's fun for casual players, but also having a very good competitive scene, and that's sort of how we want to go about it with our game.
All
Yeah.
right, I just saw
I
a
love
question.
Rocket League. We're big Rocket League fans over here, both in terms of the game, but also just in terms of like the game design philosophy of it.
Yeah, I just saw a question. What's your opinion on a big team game modes, like above 10 players on each team?
I don't think it would work well on the existing maps, but I do think. I mean, obviously, like I'm a Halo fan myself. I love big team battle. I think it'd be insanely cool to have a big team battle mode at some point. I think it's just a matter of like what do we prioritize once we've got things under control. Should we do big team battle? Should we do forge mode? There's a lot of different directions we could take this thing. And I mean, yeah, I think we're just going to be kind of quick to adapt. My personal inclination would be to prioritize doing something like a forge mode before we would do anything like a big team battle mode, because it's just I think it'll have a similarly big impact without as much work is kind of the truth of it.
I've seen one question that deserves answer, just because we have so many people watching. Is the game free at launch?
Yes, yeah. Game's always been free, always will be free.
You heard it from him, folks. It's free.
Yeah, maybe that's an idea on how to solve the server problems. Just charge, $100, or no, I'm just kidding.
By the way, guys, I got a question from one of my plenty of DMs. That's having Twitch drops one day.
Yeah,
like,
so I mean, that's another thing. Like we had Twitch drops. We're literally like 90% done implementing, and we were gonna have it. We were gonna
no
have
way.
it. Well, relax. Let's not get too excited.
Breaking news, everybody.
Come on, we're
But
excited.
again,
about
like
it.
that was on the to-do list of like, oh yeah, like
Oh
we've
my
got
God.
probably another day or two of work to finish it. But now it's like, okay, well, do we really want to do Twitch drops when like it's just low priority and like you know, the last thing we need right now is just a ton more players, right? Like we want to have slow and steady growth.
Also, there's another like, oh my god, on many DMs. So, any plans to add a play of the game feature? Like the same question again, like the last action of the game, things like this.
Oh yeah.
These
Play
guys
of the
over
game or
me.
something like that, or like a final kill cam or something. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do that. I think, in my opinion, like the thing I personally think could use the biggest improvement, just in terms of like the polish of the game, is sort of the pre and post game. Um, I think it's very static right now, and I think a lot of games have a really cool like intro and like a play of the game and an MVP and just all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah.
That even just like seeing your character, prepare
Like
for
in a cool
battle or
pose.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the
So I
song
think,
is already in.
yeah,
Like
stuff like that would be cool.
the song is amazing. Like it's like the perfect like balance between like the Avenger team and the Super Smash Bros team. Like it's perfect. Like it's one of the best team of a game I ever had. Like
Yeah.
I'd say, in my personal opinion, that's better than Elos, and that's gonna like that's a fact. That's insane,
Yeah.
and I love it.
We have another pretty special guest, by the way, who hopped in. If they want to say anything, or if they have any questions, I have no idea.
Okay, there's only one thing I'm gonna say, and bro, you guys are killing it, okay? Forget all the negative stuff you're hearing. It's all the minority, okay?
Yeah.
The mass majority of people are loving the game and they're super excited to be able to play whenever everything is going. So don't trip on the negatives. You guys are doing great.
I appreciate that, Mike. But no, like I said, like the team is definitely in high spirits. It is a stressful and overwhelming time, but it's like by far the overwhelming majority of you guys have been nothing but supportive and understanding, and people understand. Like it's a beta. We've gone from 0 to 100 very fast. It's just it's been great, and seeing all the support and love is what's getting us through the night. So appreciate that though.
100%. Yeah.
So, Ian, I just got a question. Do you guys see the possibility of being able to queue less than 3 game modes once the game has a population to support that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think actually we're gonna probably try to get that into this next update. I don't want to guarantee that, but like we absolutely have the population to support it. I think. I mean, yeah, we need to verify. Like we've been doing, as we like to say, we've been doing a lot of YOLO deploys recently, where it's just like we have no time to test. Better just do this before the number gets too high again. But
They're gonna be.
yeah, we're we're getting more and more stable in our process. We now have a button that, for the first day that we implemented this button, it was just literal. Like I'm not exaggerating. This was every 5 minutes we would click this button. It's the throttle button, where it was like, okay, we have to stop letting people in for the next few minutes because they're just coming in too fast. And the other thing at first, which was pretty frustrating. I mean, we're learning so much as we go through this process in 5 days, right? But like, there are limits. I think we shared that a couple days ago that we discovered, because we couldn't spin up servers fast enough, and we didn't realize why. And what we discovered is Amazon, and this is not a complaint. I mean, this is smart that they have this, but Amazon, they have a system in place to prevent you. If they think you're getting DDoSed, they slow down how quickly you can spin up servers, right? And so their system is looking at our game, which has had almost no servers spun up in the last 2 years. And it's saying like, oh, there's no way that this game is spinning up this many servers. Like they must be getting hacked. And so it starts throttling us. And on our end, we're like, what the hell's going on? Like we've got all these people coming in, and